Okay, how do I invite?
Yeah, no, I think
LASHD
DOUT. That one, the top one. Oh, but it's facing the other way.
Oh. Hey guys. I'm incredibly happy to be on live right now because I'm sick. I'm at the tail end of my sickness. I'm going on live with the Seda. I'm gonna start doing like a couple lives a week with some lash techs from different cities to get the vibe going, and you already know. I have my girl Kiki here wearing the neutrals. Hi, honey. We're at the Dom Mills salon. I was gonna stuff myself in a closet, but then all the appointments finished, and I was like, perfect. Anyone else sick right now? Like, for a virus to enter my system the way I'm in the ice bath drinking ginger shots, oil of oregano, freaking supplements, I was like, you actually deserve to be in here because you snuck your way in past all that supplemental goodness. Wait for a Seda to get on. A couple minutes. Anybody have any starter questions while we wait for this? While we wait for the live? Wait. This is it, right? If I put it down, will it still go?
Sure, if anything, she can.
Hi.
Yo, love the hat, love the vibe.
Thank you. You're so cute.
Honestly, my nose is so red. I tried to like cover it up a little bit. I'm like, honestly,
That's what I'm peeling, girl. Guys, I got a chemical peel. I love the results, but it's still working.
You're actually glowing.
Thank you.
I just got a quick question. Do you still do lashes? And I actually was just, me and my bestie had like a little like hangout yesterday because I was sick and we were just like in a mood. And we were watching this podcast that I filmed where I was doing her lashes. So I'm starting to do like a couple lash sets a month.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, honestly, it's so funny when you don't lash for a while and you get back into it and you're like, oh, I could literally do this with my eyes closed.
Yes, I do. I still do lashes. So I don't know. I really do enjoy it. So I be like missing it. So if I stop, I'll be like, I can't. But there are times I'll be like, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm just gonna go eat, do this, that. Your body look good, girl. What's tea?
Honestly, I bulked a little. I gained 5 pounds. But we're about to start like cutting again. This is like my we got a question. Where did you get your hat?
I actually got this hat from Target.
Oh, I love it. That's a good vibe.
Yes, I got this hat from Target.
Okay, love it.
Some people is boycotting them right now. I know because Palestine and Israel, but that's where I got it from. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. It's just,
long time ago.
Apparently, Kiki was telling me today that Starbucks lost $8 billion.
Yes, they did. I think they're at 11 now.
Yeah, probably more. I saw that. It's probably way more now.
11 billion.
I think they're at 11 billion. That's crazy. Hi, Kiki.
We're opening up we're opening up a coffee shop in the new year, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, too bad you're not opening it now while everyone's boycotting Starbucks." I'm like,
yeah. No, because I wanted to do, when they have the QR code and you give your clients, they have a thing where you can scan a QR code and your clients can all get Starbucks for the morning. I wanted to do that as a Christmas gift, and then all of this happened. I was like, oh, throwing that out. I was like, oh, wow.
Bye.
Bye. Gotta go.
Okay, so a couple of questions before we get started. Would you be interested in opening a third location with no overhead on your end? Honestly, I'm like not really into the franchise model. I think for locations, I love that LASHGOD is like a spot you have to come to in Toronto,
Yeah.
Whenever I go to other countries, like my immediate thought is like, oh, I want to open a salon here, and then I'm like, no, I want to be
You never thought like I want to have one in LA, like different places. No.
Honestly, I just feel like the most of my revenue is made from other aspects of the business. Like, don't get me wrong, when I used to do lashes and I was literally doing like $20,000 a month in appointments, like, that's one thing. But like managing, like, we have so many humans that work at both locations. It's a lot. So like I like to have distributors now. Like we just went for lunch with like one of our distributors that we opened up in Scarborough. Like where my original like home base location was, and I'm like, you know what, this is the vibe. Like work with other people that you really love and like not have to have so many like brick and mortars type of thing.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And it always give people a sense that they can come straight directly to you because you're in one location. They don't have to like, it's more personable, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, I don't think I can like spread myself any more thin. Like I want to be traveling like every month and just like working like more online stuff. I really love developing products. Like for me, I love like making the cutest packaging and like drawing and like doing all that. So I'm like, I feel like that is like my next era.
Yes, I love the brownie. I love the brown lashes. Super cute. Dope packaging. And you have the best. You have the best marketing. I told you this already. It's because of your personality. You show your face, and I feel like you were the first. To me personally, when I first started about like 6 years ago, you were the first person I saw on social media actually showing her face, giving personality, giving good vibes. Now everyone does it, but you were doing it a long time ago, girl.
You know what? I think I just was so not tech savvy. I was like, what's the quickest way for people to catch my vibe?
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me just hop on, you know, let me get on live, let me make a video, something like that. But yeah, it's definitely more common now. Now I feel like I'm trying to push out like more content so people see like what we do on a daily basis and what the vibe is like. Because our lifestyle here is like so Instagrammable, so TikTokable. It's just a matter of like, you know, we're talking to hundreds of people every day. It's like, oh, get out the phone, you know?
Right. Giving more the insight and behind the scenes of everything. And that goes good with like what questions girls will have and the things we're going to get into today is because I know girls are dying, lash techs are dying to know how do you go about your everyday? How did you start your business? How did it get so big? Main scale, like we want to know it all, girl.
Okay, is that the first question?
Yes. So the first question, let's go straight into it. It's basically, I want to know, how did you get Lash God Rocks so big? Like what, I know that's such a loaded question because there's so many parts to it, but what basically inspired you to start this brand and how did it grow from there? What was your steps?
Yeah, okay, so for me, it was literally like I was always like not doing well in school, like from a child.
Okay.
So when I graduated high school, like barely graduated and went to college, I remember I was in my second semester and I was like, hey, I'm literally failing everything. Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And I think I had my first job that I actually liked, which was like a restaurant job at a steakhouse. And I was vegetarian. And I'm like, hey, girl, let's get it together. So I dropped out of school. And like literally that day, I remember I went to the cafeteria at George Brown, this like college in Toronto. And I was like, yo, I got to find something to do because like I can't tell my parents I dropped out and like nothing. So I found this like local place called Canadian Beauty College. And I went in and toured the campus. And the lady that took me on a tour, she's actually like one of the people that inspired me to like always be like hyper and like myself, because she was so like not what you would expect at a college. She was like this little Spanish lady and she was like, look here, like let's go, you know.
She was sassy and fun.
Yeah, she was so fun. And I was like, oh, this is a vibe. And literally because of her, I signed up. And then I learned medical aesthetics, but I had like a month before my program started. So I took a lash class and I was like, you know what, I could be good at this. And then by the time I finished the medical aesthetics program, which was like a year-long program, I was so busy with lashes. Like I loved that I loved everything medical aesthetics related. Like still to this day, like really good at like massage. Like if I need to do like a little bit of hair or nails, like I can do it. But lashes just popped off. Like I feel like it was the right time to get into the industry. And I felt like I wasn't making it like a clinical setting. It wasn't like you're walking into like a mall or into like, you know, some like quiet business. Like I was fusing my personality with what you saw like digitally online, right? I was making it like a vibe. I was like, let's make it pink, let's make it crazy, let's make, you know, Instagram handles a thing. Like I feel like we didn't really do that then. So I feel like I was that person. Yeah, at least in like Toronto, Canada, that was like, let's make it hyper. And then I just here like popped it off. Like I trained so many thousands of people within like my first like 3.5 years. It just exploded in Toronto, like actually exploded. Everyone wanted lash money, and I was more obnoxious then. I'd literally be like, lash money, you know, like Kiki and I were talking about that today. Like people love to see that, so it was just like, yeah, hyper wild, like young girl business, and it was so fun. So like everyone just vibed with it, you know?
Yes. I remember, I don't even know if you know this, but the first time like I really like was glued to your page is because you like explain something on your page, and it's crazy because right now it's trending. It's a wet set now, But before, has to be like 5 years ago, right? You literally explained the diameter of lashes, and you were saying if it's a 0.20 or if it's like 0.05, whatever, you were like, that equals to this amount. So you were like, you can put this amount on this, and you were like, you can make it like a classic set, but don't make fans, basically. And I was like, genius. And that's now like literally called the wet set.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of things that I like, a lot of curriculums are based on my curriculum because I've trained over like 5,000 people. Like, not even to be like cocky or anything, but
No, yeah.
I did so many people. I used to do 10 to 12 clients every single day, just refills. So I would literally learn things about like acrylate, you know, primers, like application, like the health of people's natural lashes. I have the same client for 5 years,
Yeah.
you know, every 2, 3, 4 weeks. So I developed like so many techniques, and I have so many findings that are now like so prominent in the lash industry, just because of like how many sets I actually did, and because I got into my own, like, you know, not private labeling, like authentic manufacturing of acrylate based adhesives and PBT fibers. So I understood the science so early that's why I feel like our education really exploded, and still why it's, you know, so like, it's just, now I feel like it's so easy, it's reputable, because our training academy, like, you train with us, or even like IG. I remember I used to write captions like this long. I literally be like, here's an entire lash class in the caption. Right? You probably saw those back in the day. I'd be sitting there like 2 hours of my day would just be like me writing captions. That was like my #1 responsibility. Bye, good to see you.
For sure.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that.
Someone's over here saying they want to take the class. Yes, girls, save up. Save up.
Talk your shit, LASHGOD. You ain't bragging. I love it. Period.
So, like, jumping off what you just said for classes. So, what is the first class you would say you would recommend to someone? Or even if it's not your specific classes, what about for further education? Do you offer further education for lash techs? Or do you recommend was there any classes you took to help you, or just classes in general?
Yeah, so I always recommend, like, whenever someone inquires, or whenever I even meet someone like in store, I feel like a lot of my clients become like students, and like I've always been like that historically. Like, people meet me, they're like, what'd you do? I'm like, honestly, consistency, you can do it too. Do you want to try? And I feel like our programs make it super easy, because once you take the beginner's masterclass, because we now have Modern Aesthetics College, which is our sister company, it's like, once you take the class, you can take it an unlimited number of times, right? Okay. You can come this month, next month, a year from now, 2 years from now. So that's awesome. Yeah, it had to be like that, you know? It's hard to learn lashes in 2 days. Right. So I would say that program is incredible, because you get a 10-hour online prerequisite. So you watch the entire course. You watch me and Maxine teach the course beforehand, and then you come in. Yeah. And you learn in person. Yeah, you come in person, and then you also get the business building class for free as well. So I teach the business building class, hey boo, every single month. So it's basically like kind of like the online, the 2-day in person, the business building, and then the master class in person, the online, and the business building. Take them unlimited times. So that's step one for sure, is either like, you know, and it can be somewhere in your region, it can be somewhere online, but it's finding a good beginner's class that has like good support, no matter where you're going to take it, just like really like researching into the credentials of the person teaching it. And then in terms of continued education, I feel it just depends what type of person you are. Like, you know, every course we offer in person, we have online as well. There's so many incredible online courses in the market right now. So I would say taking one in-person advanced class. Like, I would say if you're going to do, you know, 2 or 3 expensive courses, I've taken like 10 courses in my lash career. But for me, it was 3. That's enough. Yeah. Most of it is self-taught. But right now, what I'm like trying to get into is brows right now. I still love lashing, but I want to take a brow course now. Yeah, 100%. Like, even here, when people come in, everybody that wants lashes wants their brows done too. Exactly. And so that's great. Are you gonna take like powder ombre, or like waxing, threading? What's the vibe? I already know how to wax. I want to do mapping, and I want to take a really good mapping class, but technique-wise, which I'm good at, but I really want to get better. And then microblading. Right, microblading is so good. I love like the natural strokes. Right. Yeah. Even though I don't even do that, I'm more of like lamination tint girl. But I know a lot of people, especially older people, love the blading because it lasts long. Yeah, I feel like having like brows plus lashes as like a combo in your business is so good because lashes gives you like that consistent revenue, whereas brows
Mhm.
is kind of like a big increment at once, and then maybe you don't see that client for a year type of thing.
Exactly. So
But
that could be like a one day you take those amount of clients, and that could honestly be 4 days a month. You just do that.
yeah, exactly. Which
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what I see a lot of in house, like I have like one of my mom's aunts that like had cancer and beat it and then came in to get her brows done. She had no brows. She just spent like an hour drawing her brows on in the morning.
Oh my God.
And she got her brows done and it was like such an emotional experience for her to
Yeah.
like what you said
Yeah.
about like servicing kind of like an older demographic in that way. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of older people don't even know where to go to get that, but like that's the age that you need it at. When your
Of
hair's
course.
starting.
Of course.
So I'm excited to see your business evolve in that way because that's a great addition.
Yes. Well, first I'm going to focus on my lash techniques. Even though I'm really good with the dramatic sets and stuff, I do want to invest in a course with you as well, an advanced course when it comes more for wispy side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
And
gonna do a couple more online courses as well. I feel like there was a while when I like had like kind of like passed on the lash torch, and our technicians are so incredible, but I feel like there's like this demand where people want to see me like physically doing it a little bit more. So I'm excited to put out a couple of online courses, and I think that's such a good alternative as well. Like even for me, like I want to put out like a cheaper class that everybody can buy that
that
they
would
can
be nice.
level up from. And it's also like I feel like my new course style is not like a traditional course. Like I'm
Yeah.
making it more like talk show vibes. Like
I
you're
like that.
watching it.
I like
Like
that.
I want you to have a good time. Like I want you to
No, I
laugh.
love that.
You know.
I love that because I always tell them after I teach someone something, I always like, girl, just drink some wine and sit in that mannequin all day until you get it right. Like, I
Right.
feel like the biggest mistake most people do when they want to invest in a class, they don't want to put the consistency and the work in it after, and then they're just like, oh, lashes wasn't for me. It's like you didn't really give yourself the full experience. You didn't put in the work, the consistency, the long hours. My first lash set took probably 4.5 to 5 hours.
Right.
That's the complete. And I was like, oh my God.
It's so discouraging, but if you push through, like I always think about that. I'm like, what if I didn't stay consistent and the business wasn't what it is now? I have no idea what I'd be doing. Like lashes, like for young women, and that's a big part of the reason why I'm even doing a couple of sets a month and kind of like getting more into it is because no other thing that I've done in my career, even though we have so many companies now, has ever been as rewarding as like the education that leads to like a young woman or a young man's like entire future. Like seeing someone come back, like a year or two later, like I bought this car, I put a down payment on a house, I'm like, okay, that's amazing.
Yes, yes. So that's honestly, I'm trying to grow my business now in order to get to the things I want to be. I'm a smaller business. I'm pretty booked up, which I haven't been having problems with clientele wise, but I just transitioned because I was a lash tech in New Jersey and I moved here about a year ago to Atlanta, Georgia, and I love it here and they've treated me so well. Atlanta is very huge for the beauty industry. Girls will spend their last for beauty here, and I love it. It's kind of like California.
Right.
And I love it. So right now I'm establishing myself in Atlanta.
Yeah, right.
It's great. It's great. how,
I know that was so sorry, continue.
No, I was just gonna ask, how's Canada and the vibes out there when it comes to lashes? Like, do you find that people cling to your business, or do you feel like people are not wearing lashes as much? Is it popular still in your country?
Yeah, so like lashes is definitely like our most popular service in-house. Nails and hair are really busy as well. But like say for example, I just got a stat today. We do like around maybe like 200 lash appointments per week per location.
Okay.
We're like in the lash area right now, so this is like one of our locations.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and then we have like nails. This is like our older location. It's a little bit smaller, but honestly, like it's such a vibe here. Like it's just like everyone that comes here is like super OG. So it is definitely busy. The population is a lot smaller in Canada, so I find like when I was in LA, people are like, if you had your salon here, like you would be ridiculously booked up. But like for me, I'm like I am a Canada girl. Do you know what I mean? Like
oh my God, here. Just go to LA, Rock. Just go.
Honestly, for me, I feel like the next thing, and for any business, is like going from like physically offering services, which like I have done so many thousands of lash appointments. I'm like, I love services, but I'm like, y'all are really gonna have to come to Toronto and fly out here to get it, because when I go anywhere else, it has to be like internet money or like products.
Okay,
related,
okay.
You know, like, oh my God.
More digital anywhere else. I get
Yeah,
it.
I love LA. When I'm in LA, I'm just trying to be like living my best life. Like I'm like, I go there, I'm like, how could anyone work in LA? Like,
Well,
it's
that's
so
how they feel. That's exactly how they feel there as well.
right? It's so good. I felt so well received in LA. Like I feel like I'm so like wild. Like I felt in LA, people were like loving the wild. Like we walk into a room and people would be like, "Yo, the vibes." I'm like, "I was there with my bestie." I'm like, "Yeah, like we came with the vibes." I must have stayed up for like 3 nights straight in LA. I was not tired. I was like, you know.
Yes. Someone said, what do you guys think about lash techs offering do-it-yourself lashes? So I've been seeing that a lot actually on TikTok. I know there's like QL, Via, all these huge brands who are
Is it
doing
like
they're doing the clusters, and it's like a sealant that they put on and then a bonder. It's like going viral on TikTok. I honestly don't recommend it because it doesn't come with good directions, and it also can harm your eyelashes if you're not applying them correctly. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think that like everyone's kind of knocking off Lashify right now, which I bought Lashify in the past, and I think they've done it the best in terms of like how dainty their under lash system is.
Okay.
I think theirs is just a lot more expensive, right? Whereas like these, other brands are making like they basically are like screw the patents, like we're just gonna make whatever. And I just feel like for me, even when I was using Lashify, I love the way it looked. But I'm the type of person, like, if I'm going out, these lashes cannot move. Like, they need to be on. I'm not worrying about them.
Exactly.
I'm a wild girl. Like, I might do a backflip. You know what I mean?
Same. I agree. I need a night where I can just fall asleep. I wake up and my man not over here saying, I see a lash strip on the pillow.
Yeah, I think there's different types of women. I think there's the lash curler, mascara girls. There's the lash extension girls. There is the lash lift girls. There's the under lash girls. There's the strip lash girls. For me personally, like I think everything has its downside. I think like I have L Curl Classics on right now. I love this. Like you can't get this with an under lash system or with a strip lash. I think like in terms of like when I think about taking off mascara, the process of getting it off, I feel like for the delicate skin around your eyes is like not it long term. I feel like for me, my natural lashes like point down. So like curler and mascara, I'm not a strip lash girl. I'm not an under lash girl. Like I need a semi-permanent solution. And like for my lifestyle, like every 2 to 3 weeks, taking like an hour and a half lash nap is like perfect.
I think it also depends too. The reason like we might not favor it is because you might not know nothing about your own natural lashes. So depending on how the clusters are, and you're putting them, say you have thin sparse lashes and you're putting those clusters on, you're not making the health of your natural lashes any better. So that it's like a lot of risk when it comes to that. So that's why I wouldn't recommend it either. So
yeah, I feel like lash extensions, if they're done right, is the classiest alternative. Like even when I talk to men, you know, like you said, like is there gonna be a strip lash on the pillow? Are you gonna have mascara on his towel? Like, you know what I mean?
He can have the clusters. He can have his My Little lash fans on the pillow, but
also like, right? There's supposed to be look, we also is like I'm getting on a plane once a month. Like I'm not gonna bring mascara and be worrying about going in a pool and taking on and off like strips or clusters. Like I need a solution. So that's why I believe in the lash extension industry so much. Eventually we'll branch into like, other business to consumer products that are like a different way of doing lashes. But for right now, for my lifestyle, traveling, being an athlete, it's got to be lash extensions.
You know what sucks? I personally, like, even if you could see me right now, like, I'm more of a natural lash girl. I don't know why, but I'm not natural anything else. Everything else I'm dramatic, but with lashes, I'm pretty natural. But what sucks is I feel like I attract clients that like dramatic. Like, if you look at my page, it's mostly volume, wispy bottoms, this, that. But I don't even like that. But that's what I attract for my clients.
Girl, you're also in Atlanta. Everybody wants big lashes. They want those like.
Very true. We're very dramatic in Atlanta. That's very true.
Right.
Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, let's do the this or that real quick.
Okay, we got 2 comments. I'm everything.
Oh, what did they say?
I'm nothing and I'm everything and nothing. I'm like, I feel you, girl. I feel you. Lash launch.
All or nothing.
Lash launch is such an incredible service. No matter where you are in the world, if you guys want to get more bookings and more clients, you should check out Lash launch. They've helped so many of my students. Like cost per booking, super low. So if you guys are looking for like a modernized way of generating clients, so Habe is.
What is that? Yeah, what is it?
So it's basically like a service that uses Facebook to like advertise your services to like a local demographic of people who are interested. They provide you with like a full script. And then you essentially just start like getting like client messages coming in, and then once you secure the clients, I feel like the demographic like we were talking about, because it's mainly Facebook, I feel like it's just like a classy demographic of like slightly older women that are like consistent about getting services, you know, have their house paid off or like doing something nice for themselves. It's like it's very interesting, but like a very unique system in terms of like ads and bringing in new clients.
Yeah. Actually, I never utilized LashGod. That's good to know.
Yeah, and it's good because they only like allow a certain amount of people in the same radius, so it's like, you know, you're not like fighting with people like
where other people to get the okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so that's super unique. It's like 7K though. It's not 7K. It's expensive. It's not expensive. It just depends on like how many months you commit for, but you should check them out.
Okay, so it's like a subscription based website, or
and whenever you spend, you make so much back. Like it's like a small.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay, yeah. So I'm excited for the this and that.
All right, here we go. So guys, we're gonna play a little. It's really quick, this or that question. So obviously this or that. Okay. Let's see what LASHGOD Rock says. Okay, so pink or blue?
Pink.
I thought you were gonna say blue because of your logo. Oh, you got me there, girly.
You know what? My parent company, our Xenia, is blue, but like me, I'm a pink girl. Like if you said pink or blue, it's gonna be pink.
I'm pink for sure too. Okay, so I put easy fans or loose regular fans?
Loose regular all day.
D curl or C curl?
C curl. C+.
I'm a C curl. Here. I'm a C curl too. But what sucks is in Atlanta, it's very D curlish, or they like DD. But I'm a C curl. M curl or L curl?
L all day. The difference, guys, between M is like, if you take an M, it's like this. L is like this. I'm on Tinkerbell all day.
Okay. Love that. Okay, bottoms or decals?
Ooh, decals all day.
Decals. Do it yourself or hire a graphic designer?
Or what?
Or hire a graphic designer. Like
hire a graphic designer. That was the first thing I hired.
Well,
like,
I mean, technically you do it yourself. You just get them to digitalize it.
No, like, so I draw it on a piece of paper, like very Portuguese style. I'm like, listen.
Oh, so you're the creative behind it. They kind of just do it for you, but you're the creative.
Yeah, so like I'm actually though, it depends. Like sometimes if I know like that they get the vibes, I'll be like, do your own thing. Like Negs did a bunch of the new packaging. I'm like, just make it quiet and have fun.
Yeah.
But I would say it's like, 50-50. Like, but most of the stuff, now I'm kind of like chill. Before, back in the day, I'd be like, I need this picture of me doing a backflip here and this plane here, you know.
Okay, TikTok or Instagram?
Oh, IG all day.
Okay.
I want to say it the other way around, but just like where my heart's at right now, IG.
For my brand, Instagram, of course. But for personal, TikTok all night.
Like scrolling on TikTok or putting out content?
Scrolling. So for the brand, like when it comes to marketing and content, Instagram all day. But like personally, scrolling TikTok all night. Guilty pleasure.
I have to sneeze one sec. Kiki, can you pop in for a sec?
Oh. Hi, Kiki.
Hi, I'm here.
Your eyebrows look so good, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What would you say, TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
TikTok. Yep, that's what I said.
I'm on TikTok all the time.
It's really a bad thing. I will be up till 1 a.m. just scrolling TikTok.
But it's not that bad because if you think about it, at the same time you're doing research.
That's true. That's true.
And
I find good trends to hop on for my brand.
Yeah, so trends and sounds, everything. Yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
Let me ask. Completely a bad thing, but
yes. And you said C+ is your favorite, right?
If I was, C plus or D, but like C plus just gives it a sexy look for anybody.
I knew she was gonna start doing that.
The way I almost just choked, like this sick, like I'm banished from my body.
You're hilarious. Canva or CapCut? I'm not sure if you use either, but okay.
Both.
Me too. I'm a both, but I think I would go with. Dang, this is hard because CapCut is newer, but Canva's been saving me for forever.
I like CapCut for videos. I like Canva for like flyers, design,
of course,
and stuff like that.
They're both
primer or bonder. And you can't say both.
Well, we have a 2-in-1, so
we have a 2-in-1. We never choose.
Yeah, we never choose. We just choose which bottle we want to
So
use.
you heard it here. Go purchase your 2-in-1. Why did I not know that? You have a 2-in-1 primer bonder?
Yeah, and they're both alcohol free. So I see people being like, "Oh, primers."
Give me one now.
Right?
I did not know this. Oh my god, that's amazing.
So this one's tropical scented. This one's aloe. And yeah, basically like this is a bonder, but they basically dehydrate the natural lash without the use of alcohol, and then when you apply at the very end, they dehydrate the moisture from the adhesive bond, so the moisture evaporates, and then you get like the fibers like locked around the natural lash.
That's it. You know, I've never been a fan. I don't know about you, but I'm not really a fan of primers, so I use bonder before and after. I'm a bonder girl all the way. But the fact that you have a 2-in-1 is ridiculous great. Amazing.
Yeah, so like the kind of rule we go with in house is that magnetic bonds like cleans the lashes more. So if you have a client that comes in with like dirty lashes and you don't have time to do a lash bath, this cleans them and primes them. Whereas this one's more of like just a primer and sealant. This one like makes them like squeaky clean.
Okay, gotta check that out on the site. Lunch break or back-to-back clients?
Back-to-back clients.
Me too.
Back in the day,
I think that's just every lash tech at this point. Actually not just lash techs, people in the beauty industry, period.
Yeah, no, I'm intermittent fasting for the next 3 days. I don't have time.
I love it though because it keeps my figure.
Right? It actually does. And you know what? Back in the day, I actually used to get a lot of bladder infections because I was literally so back to back. I did not even have time to pee. I was like 1 more minute late. I'd be like running 30 minutes late for every appointment. I'm like, yo, I'm even
Well, you said you were taking 10 to 12 a day. That's insane.
All day.
The most I've ever taken in a day is 8. I've never taken 10 or 12 clients.
Yeah, I was and everyone was only 1 hour. No break in period.
Right.
55 minutes, 5 minutes. 55, 5.
That was so smart. Dang, you were killing it. Last question, homebody or girls' night out?
Girls' night out. I'm always outside. Me, like my social battery. Oh, you're bringing me a tea? Yeah. Like me, I have to stop myself from being outside every day because now that I'm not I felt like I spent so many years. Thanks, Boo. Oh my gosh.
Background, guys. Like she wasn't feeling well the last couple days, so.
I have a tea.
I'm happy she still was able to get on live with me, so let's give her applause for that. Thank you. You're the best.
Gosh, you Boo.
Get some tea, girl. Get some tea.
I know, literally.
You're spilling a lot of tea, so I need to drink some tea, girl.
I know, right? Trust me, that's not a lot. But anyways, what I was saying is that because I took so many clients for so many years and I missed so much of like my outdoor life experience. Yeah. Now I'm like outside, you know? Yeah. I'm like, where are we working today? Aroma, Starbucks, Yorkville location, then Don Mills location, then home for a few hours, work, and then outside at night. You know, that's like more. Okay.
Well, that was the end of this or that. Now we can go into some more questions. Does any of you guys want to ask any more questions? We're like open to answer. Let us know. How did you come up with your brand name?
Literally, everyone's like at my class, they're like, what are you gonna name your brand? What are you gonna name your brand? I was like, I'm supposed to be the Lash God. I was like,
really? And that was it? That was easy.
I was like, yeah, that's it.
My friend actually came up with mine. I was in college, and I was just coming up with brands, and she was just like, girl, those are all boring. I was like, I had the basic names, Amazing Lash or Asada Lash. It was very basic. And she was just like, LASHGOD LIVE. And I was like, that actually, I love it.
That's amazing. That's a good friend. Are you still friends with her?
Yeah. Well, okay. So she actually lives in Africa now. So we don't see each other anymore, but yes, I'm still cool with her.
You said international besties.
Yeah, she left, girl. Advice for opening a rent-based salon for lash artists. Oh, okay. So like booth rent, she saying like.
Okay, so advice for running, okay, I will let you know this. So we don't run like a rent-based salon just because I feel like it's difficult to ensure the quality of every person in the salon, like punctuality, professionalism. Like I feel like if it's your salon, it's like your reputation, right? So I think if you're gonna do a rent-based salon, you need to figure out like what your rent premium is, how many beds, how many hair chairs, whatever it's gonna be, you can fit in there, and make it very clear whether it's by decor or you know how you greet clients when they come in, that this is like separate businesses within a hub, you know.
Okay.
So I would just say making sure that you know like 50% of the rent premium that you're charging for like half of the salon covers the entire salon's expenses, and then making sure that you're the type of person that's cool with having you know other people in the space and like all of the little things that come along with that. For me, I'm very much like if we're gonna do it, like everything has to be like super on point. Customer service has to be on point. We all have to have the same vibe, the same cleaning protocol, all those different things, and then just making sure that aligns with like your insurance, you know, and that like each person is like following what's required for you to be like the owner of that hub type of thing.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because you can run into a lot of issues with people with different brands all in one studio trying to run a booth. You don't have much order also or organization.
Yeah, for me, I would just be like, And then we got another question.
Yeah.
What tools do you recommend for beginner lash techs that they should have before starting their business? You definitely need a lash bed, a really good light. Here at the salon, we use our multifunctional pillows. So
What was the question?
Beginner tools for lash techs.
Oh, okay.
So like this, for example, like we used to have like a ton of ring lights. I feel like just for like aisle spacing in between the beds. This has like a lamp. It has like the red to cure.
That's on your website, right?
Yeah. So this is like a copper and memory foam pillow. It's like a natural because it has copper in it. It's like a natural disinfectant. It has so basically the red light cures black adhesive, and then the blue light cures clear adhesive. And then we have the 3 light settings, and then the fan built in. So that's like a really good gadget. If you're not gonna have that, just like a really comfortable pillow and a ring light.
That's so cool.
And that's
like a good product, a great product.
Yeah, because it has like if you think about it, like the price of like a ring light, a really good pillow, a fan, a nano mister to cure, like it's kind of like all built in here. So that's a really good product. And then I would check out our beginner starter kit because it literally has like everything that you need to get started. And then additional things that you can add. Check out the different adhesives, the colored lashes. I feel like people are kind of sleeping on like brown lashes, colored lashes right now. Like any extra things that you can do to make your business stand out online, L curl, M curl, bottom lashes, colored lashes, all those things are gonna like take you to the next level. People see a little pop of color, you know, a little Christmas color, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go there, you know? Right
now I'm getting into L curl lashes.
The best. Like I'm obsessed. I will not get anything.
They look really good. Yes, I'm looking at your lashes like, ooh. I'm getting into that now.
A local magazine contacted me about L curl. They're like, tell us about like your lash style. I'm like, it's like very like Tinkerbell-esque, you know, like the short hair. They were like asking me what I think is gonna be like trending for the new year, all that stuff. Okay. Save lash map on yourself.
For me, it's definitely cat eye. Like I'm a cat eye girl for sure. I can go 9, 11, 13, 15. Like I'll stop there. If I'm in a dramatic, like going out to the club, maybe I'll go dramatic and go to like 18s, but like I'm really a 9, 11, 13, 15 girl. Cat eye.
Love it. For sure. I do 7 to 12 and then taper with a 10 on the outer like 5. Yeah. Cat eye, L curl, 0.18 classic, flat lashes. Our new flat lashes are fire. They don't come off. So that's been recently. And you're a classic girl, right? Classic. I'm more hybrid. I would say like I like a mix of both. You can start with classic and then towards the ends I want some things. Fluff them up a little? Yeah, fluff it up a little bit. When you did a little hybrids that one time, remember? I was like having identity crisis. I'm like, I need classics.
Any other questions, you guys? Let's see if I have any for you. What do I have here? Oh, well, you can ask this question. When you did start your business and what was your first, what was your first product, and how did you go about deciding what product would you showcase first to the world?
So I felt like what I needed the most of was lash trays for myself because I was doing so many clients in a day. I was, using so many lash trays, and I liked what I was using, but I wasn't like obsessed.
Right.
And I felt like a lot of lash brands, because, I'm Canadian, when their trays would be like $22 US, which is like, 30 or like $27, $28 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I need some like lash trays in CAD.
Yes.
So yeah, that was like one thing for me. I was like, I want to make a really good.
So when you were looking for lash trays, they were all US, really.
Like when I was buying at that time, like I remember the first brand that I ever bought from, or like it came in my kit. I don't even think they exist anymore. I don't remember what it was. It was like Minx with an X or something.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Like way back, all the like OG like older schools would use those. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I need to like restock, and like nobody in Canada really like sold lashes like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I gotta like make something amazing. And then I started like really like researching PBTs and hypoallergenic PBTs when we started manufacturing like the perfect hypoallergenic PBTs. Okay.
Oh, now my kitten's trying to get in the live, girl. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. LASHGOD is by far the best place I've ever gone to. Thank you, girlies. Thanks, Brooke.
Look, she's like
oh my gosh, she's so cute.
She's like literally only 1 month.
One thing about me, I love other people's pets.
Yes. She's like over here crying, trying to jump on me. Oh my god. Favorite shape of Mega Volume tweezers? I like curved tweezers, J curved tweezers for Mega Volume, but I know most people like the boot.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you mine. I feel like I have the happy medium. So like for me, I love boot, but because when I was a lash tech, and like my tweezers reflect like what I liked, obviously. So when I was a lash tech, this is the tweezer I used for most of my career. This is
That's
our Star
I
Baby,
for my
and then boot tweezers. For your what?
Oh, the blue one is what I use for bottom lashes. I have to try that for Mega Volume fans. I use that for bottom.
These ones are fiber tip as well, which I love. So they have like a little like ribbing. So when boot came out, only the 90-degree boot existed. But because I was so used to this, and my thumbs bend super far back, like literally all day. So I was like, I gotta make it right? Like it's a lash tech thing. You hold your tweezer for 5 years straight. So then I made like this obtuse angle. We call it Fangirl, and now we have it with the ribbing. So that's my favorite tweezer. But legit, I'm tweezer obsessed. Like we have created so many tweezers over the years. Like look at all that.
Wow. Yes, for sure.
And even like, this is super bomb right now. See these like green? Yes. These are like our Christmas lashes. Sorry, I'm like flopping around.
No, you're fine. We love to see the insight. We love to see the insight behind the brand.
Right, we're about to close, and so we've like you come here basically. You come to Toronto, and let me actually flip the camera.
I need to come.
Girl, you need to come. Look, so you come to Toronto.
Come.
And then you're like,
come there. Maybe lash for a day
shopping basket. And you like shop your things here. These are like the flat lashes I was telling you about. I put my face on them, so they're like.
Yes, I've been seeing that you're doing good with marketing that because it's on my Instagram feed like every day.
Okay, good. I love to hear that. Okay, let me
sure has
this baby around. Okay.
Sure has. With your eye transition, you like have your lashes off and then your lashes come on the video transition. That is always. Do you have any advice for how to choose manufacturers for lash tools or lash trays?
So I think with lash trays, like if you're sorry, am I cutting out?
Trial and error for sure. I think so a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe go back to where you were before. Maybe. Go back to where Kiki is.
No way. I took my internet off anyhow. Let's try to. How we doing?
Better. Way better. Stay in here. Yes, we're back. It's getting back clear. So
Okay.
you was answering basically how to choose a manufacturer for lash tools or lash trays.
Yeah, so I think like the number one thing is if you're gonna, make your own lash trays, you have to be willing to invest a significant amount.
What just happened?
Okay?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now.
Okay,
It went
perfect.
away.
You have to be willing to invest a certain amount to find the right manufacturer. For me, it was like a lot of trial and error in the beginning. And then I met Tien, who's my business partner that I founded a clothing company with. We ended up closing it down, but we'll have like, many business endeavors together in the future. But essentially, she was like really into manufacturing in Vietnam, so it made my manufacturing process a lot easier. Because she was really well connected with the factories down there. And then we started doing our own manufacturing, but I had a lot of trial and error when creating trays originally, just with like PBT and the way they hold curls. So I think what's really important is the testing phase. If you get your like lashes made, and you need to like try them on clients and then have them come in like later and make sure the lashes are still curled.
Yeah.
Try them on clients that would historically have like maybe allergy to PBT to see how they react on it. Do like patch tests, even like rubbing them on different skin types to see how people react. So I feel like the hypoallergenic component of it, making sure that you know how and where they're manufactured, videos of the facility, disinfection protocol within the facility, making sure that everything is like ethically sourced, everyone's paid fair wages. There's a lot of different things that go into it that I feel like on a trial and error basis I learned. But if you can just get all of the data from the factory straight up, that's the best way to go about it. So I would sample a bunch and then ask them all about like their internal protocols, and that's a good way to like, kind of make a connection.
Yeah, that's very true. You have another question. What does your day consist of now to maintain and grow your business? So basically your day-to-day activities you do to promote your business as a whole.
Yeah, I think for me it's like my mental health is number one. So like when I wake up in the morning, like taking like 10-20 minutes for me, drinking my water, getting some morning sunlight, and then like working out. I have to work out every day. Like the success of my business literally starts with like me feeling amazing. So like my number one priority every single day is like how can Raquel feel the absolute best, so then that can like reflect into my brand, into my creativity, into my customers.
That's really good because that's what I lack. I feel like I do not take enough time for myself. And I've been trying to get myself to have that mindset for the new year to not stress myself. I would literally like kill myself taking clients back to back just to fit everyone in. But you have to have time for yourself as well to give them your best because then you won't love your work.
And you know how it is. Like if you're taking really good care of yourself and your work is incredible, like the difference.
Yes, you know the difference for sure. They might not know the difference, but you'll know the difference.
Yeah, so that's huge. And then just making sure that I'm innovating and doing like a couple of new things to make the business grow every day. So like day-to-day operations is one thing, but if you want to be like a successful, long-lasting entrepreneur, like there needs to be that new happening all the time.
Yeah.
So that is super important as well. And
did you start off with a team, or did you like just start? It was just you, or did you start off with like someone who helped you when it came? I know obviously you're the face of your brand, but did you have anyone that was like doing this or that, or did it just you started and then you build on as you went?
So the first year and a half I was by myself, and then the first thing that I added to the team was like an executive assistant. Kiki actually was one of my. She took my course. Her sister was like my client before I had anybody working with me. And then she took my lash class. Then she started like coming to my condo to practice. Then she started helping me executive assist. And then from there, we had like other lash techs join the team. And then right away we kind of hired media, somebody that could help with like representing the brand digitally the way it needed to be showcased.
Is that the girl who does your classes with the long hair, dark hair?
Maxine?
No. Yeah, is that her or no? That's not the same.
No, so Kiki's right here, and then Maxie's like Maxine runs.
Oh, it was Kiki who was the okay.
Yeah, so it's Kiki, and then Maxine does like lashes and runs the lash department, and is one of our lead.
Right.
Yeah.
She's always on your Instagram. I always see her a lot too.
Right?
I see Kiki for sure. I see
Kiki does the funnies. Kiki's like, what?
Yes.
I'm
yes.
like,
And I was cracking up when you was roller skating around the salon. I was like, oh my gosh,
I do that.
someone give me skates now. I'm a rollerblader, I'm not gonna lie. But
Me too. I've been a rollerblader since I was a kid.
Me too, yes. And I
Like,
have my own, and people laugh all the time, like, no, she don't have her own skates. Like, yes, I love
you're
it.
like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I have tons. I have like Hello Kitty skates. I have like a little bit of everything. So yeah.
So whenever you come to Atlanta, we're going skating, right? Or ice skating something. If you ever come,
I'm ready. I know.
Yeah.
I do want to come to Atlanta for sure. I want to go everywhere. Honestly, I'm like not limiting myself to like any country. Like I'm gonna get there. Believe
You
me.
should. And you should do like maybe in the future just not even just classes, but even like a lash tech type events, if that makes sense, like networking events wise. When you do come to other cities, it can be something like how we have all the people joining in on this live, because so you inspire so many and so many admire you. So you should have more events based off that. Even as simple as oh, the New Year's coming, let's do a vision board party.
Right? That's an amazing idea. Mm-hmm. I'm going to Ottawa January 13th and 14th. I haven't announced it yet, but I'm going because one of my distributors there, Samantha from Elegance Beauty, she just opened up a new studio. So I'm going there and I'm doing a class on day 2, but on the first day we're doing like an event, and then my business building class, which is like a free seminar.
Yes.
Class for day 2, which is like on the cheaper side of the price, like my price spectrum, because I want like a lot of people to go. I feel like Ottawa has missed me. I haven't been there in like 5 years, so I'm like excited to go there and just like have like the best weekend ever.
Yes, that's great.
We have another question. So how long do you book out for full set and 2-week fills? So in-house, we don't do fills based on weeks, but we do 2-hour full sets unless it's like an extreme mega volume. Then it's 2.5 hours. And then for refills, like 1 hour and 15. And if it's like a fuller, more dramatic set, we'll book out like 1.5 hours, like refill.
I'm basically the same way. 2 hours for a full set. If it's a refill, 1 hour 15, sometimes 1 hour 30, because the girls, if they're not cleaning their lashes, you come in some more things. Yeah. And then for a mega volume set, I can go all the way up to like 2.5 to 3 hours when that comes, depending on the mapping they want. So.
And what's prices like in Atlanta?
Definitely, I would say for a mega volume, it'll probably be like $175 out here. $175. I'm not sure how that transitions to Canadian, but it's $175 US. $175. Yeah, 150 to 175. But there are some lash brands who are at 200. So it really depends. But I would say 150 to 175 is for mega volume in Atlanta for sure.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's like 230 Canadian if it's 175. US.
And does that translate with what you guys charge or not really?
Yeah, so like us, like if I were to do lashes now, I would honestly there's no like you can't actually get lashes. Like I wouldn't charge a price. Yeah. I do lashes right now like twice a month, but I do them for free for like people that want to like lash.
Oh, that's nice.
But that's like I do classic 140, hybrid 160, volume 180. Yes. Mega volume 200 and extreme mega volume 250, and then refills are 50% of the cost.
Okay.
And then we have another question. So were you able to grow your team because your business took off quickly? I feel like my mind was so wired positive. Like I was literally just like growth mindset, crushing it. Like my internal conversation, especially then, maybe even more so than now, because I was so young and like naive, and like I was literally just like everything amazing happens all day, every day. Like my mindset was literally just like delusional, positive, crazy. So yeah, I think that's kind of why it took off quick. I feel like the vibes were just like different and it was new. I think now there's like a lot of different lash brands. I feel like when you get into any industry and you're the like, you know, you're kind of pioneering it, or you're one of the few to really do it big, it's different. So I think even like trend analysis, today I got asked like, what do you foresee the upcoming lash trends for 2024 are? You guys are going to see this article drop in like the next week or so. And it's like even so much as asking yourself that, like rather than like hopping on a trend, like create your own trend. I feel like I've very much, you know, in the lash industry historically been like a trendsetter and like made new styles, new way of doing things, and like even new like educational styles that like other people would adopt. So that's why like it kind of like popped off, is that I just like wasn't afraid to like do it up, you know?
Okay. I have a question. So well, not really a question. It's more of a recommendation. I would love to see you doing like a question segment on your page. So like right now, I feel like it's big where some lash techs are having marker boards or PowerPoint or something like that. Just going on your page and doing maybe like once a week or once every other week and answer one question from your followers and just posting on your reel. Like it could be, oh,
You write that down.
what is the difference between curl, diameter, and thick? Like it could be something as simple as that and just going on and doing you because you're great at answering these questions.
I will do that for you, baby. I got you. When you see that happen, just know where it came from.
Period. Please do that. They would love that. Right now, that's all we want is education.
Okay, I got you. I got you on the education. I'm unlimited. Honestly, sometimes I forget. Even when I'm like making videos and content, I'm like, girl, download a little bit of what's in there about lashes, you know?
Yeah. No, but we love your person. Don't stop the personality.
Oh no, all of it. Man.
Okay, that's what we fell in love with. Just add a little bit.
Right? Like a little bit of. What else do we have here? What was the biggest?
Any more questions?
What was the biggest challenge in scaling your business? I think like after you get past that, like, oh, can we get kicked off here? Let's see.
Let me just re-add her.
Yeah, let me just re-add.
Maybe she got a phone call.
Okay, I'm adding Asada back in. So, oh, there we are.
I'm sorry. It took
Don't
me
worry, girl.
so weird. Okay, keep going.
So, biggest challenge in scaling my business was probably like after it gets past $1 million a year and you have no traditional business training, never went to school, like I literally still to this day do not know how to work like a MacBook or like a computer. Systemizing a business that's running off of like sheer like joy and like love for life and making it like an actual like business with rules when like me, I'm like a contrarian like rebel. I think for me that was like the biggest thing was like, or the organization to take it, you know, that 2, 3, 5 million. What's your look on making a small business with an LLC? Honestly, in terms of like intricate business questions, like I teach a business building class, but I really recommend finding like a really good accountant because I feel like school really doesn't teach you like the process of like starting a business. And I feel like I have personally made so many mistakes in that realm, like hiring professionals and like, you know, being like a jack of all trades was the best thing I ever did. So I think finding an accountant that's incredible with like actually knowing systems on like how to scale like a, you know, like an extra small business to like a small size business is like the best way to go about it, and they'll give you like the absolute best recommendations.
When's your next class?
My next class is actually this coming weekend. It's a beginner's master class. And then I have business building at the end of the month.
That's what I'm talking about. Your next business build. That's what I was referring to.
Oh yeah, when's the next business building class? It's on the last Thursday. It's on the last Thursday of this month. What day is that?
Okay.
You guys can actually zoom into that class. So if you are interested in zooming into that class, DM the LASHGOD page. It's on the 28th. 28th, yeah. So it's 2 days after my birthday. My birthday's this month. I'm excited.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so it's on the 28th of this month. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can.
So are you a Capricorn or Sagittarius?
Capricorn.
Capricorn, okay. I'm a Sagittarius.
Girl, hey.
My best friend is a Capricorn, so that's perfect.
Have you been besties for a long time?
Yeah, long time.
Right? That's the best. Keep them loyal. But yeah, Boo, any last questions? This was so fun.
I think that's it for me. This is a great time. We have to do this more often. Once in a while, just pop in and see how we're doing. And
we should run a little
girls ask their questions. We want to pick your brain, girl.
Yeah, send me some questions. Honestly, if there's anything I feel like you asked me such great questions.
Yes.
And you have me thinking about Atlanta. Let's plan something. If I come to Atlanta, I'm coming to see you. We're gonna do something together.
Of course we are. I'm waiting on. But thank you, you guys, for coming into the live. This is a great experience, and I thank you so much for having me today. Follow Lash Out Lounge and get to know me too, you guys. And
right, we can follow the journey. Yeah.
Zoom into the master. Oh yeah.
Masterclass, you can if you've already taken it, you can zoom into it. But I'll screenshot and I'm gonna get our educational director to reach out to you tomorrow.
I think she might be talking about the business build. I think that's what she's talking, but she might have said masterclass.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But all right, bye. Have a great night. Oh, and when you end the live, save this because I want.
I'll save it. I got you. I'm gonna share it to the page.
Bye, girl.
Bye, guys.